morning students, hope you are doing well. So this is the video for income tax day before exam strategy, which is very much useful to you. So, and one more thing I want to say, don't think about the previous exams, whether you performed well or not. And second one is, don't use the cell phones in this crucial time. It will consume your valuable time. Okay, so coming to the point, so income tax is having huge syllabus, but weightage point of view is very less in examination point of view. But preparation must be in strategic manner in this limited period of time. Okay, so priority to prepare. The first point, which is very important to you in examination point of view, this time in Finance Act 2023, there are so many of important amendments are there, so that you need to prepare at least one question, one problem for each and every amendment. Don't forget this. Okay, so these are the amendments list out in first point. So amendment relating to 43B, which is relating to PGBP, MSMED Act related point is there, recently added. And second one is exemptions chapter, section 1010D, exemption relating to maturity amount of LIC policy, which is also very important amendment this time. And next one is rent-free accommodation. There is an amendment in perquisite of rent-free accommodation in salary set. It's very important this time. And next one is 54, 54F and 50AA. These three are amendments relating to capital gain chapter. Okay, and last one is TCS 206C 1G. My dear students, so these are the amendments made in 2023 Finance Act, so that you need to prepare at least one problem for all these amendments mandatorily. Okay, so next one is point number 2. There are so many of small chapters in our income tax syllabus. So those are residential status and clubbing provisions, set off and carry forward, return of income chapter and exemptions chapter also, and TDS and TCS. In fact, TDS and TCS is the biggest chapter. However, it's very important in examination point of view. Compulsory one question from TDS chapter in each and every attempt. Okay, so these are the small chapters and preparation is very easy. So that every student compulsory you need to prepare all these chapters mandatorily, because at least 20 to 25 marks compulsory from these chapters. So don't forget this, my dear students. So these are the very important chapters in examination point of view. Clubbing, set off carry forward, TDS, TCS, return of income, and set off carry forward, return of income and exempted income chapter also. Residential status. Okay, don't forget this. This is the very important. So next one is, my dear students, in your question paper, the first question itself from compulsory from total income chapter for 15 marks. So that compulsory you need to prepare at least 10 to 15 marks from total income chapter mandatorily. How to solve the total income chapter, total income problem is very important, and preparation of adjustments of each and every problem is compulsory. My dear students, total income, don't neglect, prepare maximum problems as possible, because it's a compulsory problem, that too for 15 marks, and there is no choice for this. Okay, and prepare the adjustments of each and every problem without having any doubts. Okay, so next one is heads. My dear students, we have 5 heads of incomes. So actually house property and other sources heads of incomes are small when compared to other 3 heads. So that my suggestion is, students, better to prepare first house property, all the problems in house property and all the problems in other sources. Then go to salary set. Okay, this is the priority to be followed. It's better to follow this priority. First to prepare the house property, all the problems. Next prepare all the problems in other sources. Then prepare salary set. In fact, there is an amendment in salary. So that salary head is also very important in examination point of view. After that, go to other two heads, that is capital gain and PGBP. Okay. So capital gain and PGBP. So it is better to give last priority to PGBP, because in total income chapter, majority of problems are having PGBP head of income. Don't worry, PGBP was covered in total income chapter itself. You need not prepare separately PGBP. Okay, so that except PGBP, so you will prepare all four heads. But priority point of view, first priority is house property, then other sources, then salary, then capital gain. Okay, so next one is, my dear students, in each head of income, this point was already covered. In each head of income, at least 5 to 7 problems which are in difficult nature, which was covered all the adjustments in that chapter to be prepared. So one of the important point. And next one is, don't solve the problem. My suggestion is, don't solve the problem in written at this point of time, because the time is very less. It may consume your valuable time. In fact, in total income, if you want to solve any problem in written, it may consume around 40 to 50 minutes. Don't try to solve any problem in written at this time. So better to prepare it as orally, so with reference to the answer. Okay, so that's why you may prepare more number of problems. That is one of the important suggestion I want to give you. Don't try to prepare any problem in written at this time. And the next one is, so must prepare at least one problem. So here list out around 3 topics, that is 10AA, composite activities and AMT. 10AA, composite activities and AMT. These 3 are very important individual topics in your subject. So my suggestion is, every student must prepare at least one problem, solve at least one problem for all these 3 topics. That is 10AA, special economic zone related problem. Composite activities is nothing but tea, coffee, rubber. And last one is AMT. So these 3 are important individual topics, so that students must prepare at least one problem for all these 3 topics. Have you understood? Next one. Students, don't prepare the theory part for separately. My suggestion is, so the latest trend is since 5 to 6 years, the theory question must be from return of income chapter. In 99% cases, the theory question must be from return of income chapter. Don't spend the much time for preparation of theory. It is better to prepare only one chapter for theory purpose, that is return of income chapter, which is very important, compulsory question from that chapter. So that need not prepare any theory part from any other chapter. Don't waste the time. Better to prepare only return of income chapter, so for theory point of view. That's the one of the important point. And last one is MCQs. MCQs point of view, students, my suggestion is better to prepare maximum possible MCQs relating to case studies, case study based MCQs. So compulsory, prepare and prepare well case study based MCQs, compulsory. So how to solve the case study based MCQ is very important, because majority of students are struggling to solve the case study based MCQs. It may consume lot of time if you don't have any idea to solve. That's the very important suggestion. Students compulsory prepare case study based MCQs mandatorily. That's it. These are the points which I want to say. Okay. So students, if you really like this video, please share and subscribe. Okay. Thank you. All the best to all of you.
So very good evening, my dear students. Now we are going to discuss about day before exam strategy with respect to our GST. So what is this day before strategy? Generally, we divided the entire concept of our GST into 3 categories. Most important, moderately important, less important. There is no concept of unimportant in our CA tax regime. So, sorry, see exam syllabus, I mean to say. So, these are the areas. Most important means before exam, that means day before exam, you need to keep focus more on these chapters, these areas. And more after that, time is still left. Moderately important topics we will cover. And last but not the least, less important topics generally we will cover. So, in which way you wrote the previous exams is immaterial now. What about the accounts paper? What about the law paper? It does not matter now. As per your costing, it is a sunk cost to take the decision now. So even though you did not write the previous exam well, if you keep focus on our taxation, definitely if at all you are able to get the exemption in this area, automatically you can pass. Who knows? So that's why please kept aside the things that happened in the past. If you did not write accounts very well, that is okay with, and you did not write the law exam or whatever the previous exams that are there, even though you did not write it, but still, if you are able to get the exemption in the taxation, automatically those things can be covered. Okay, now without wasting your time, I am proceeding to this day before exam strategy. So the most important topics will be input tax credit, exemptions, value of supply, reverse charge mechanism, in payment of tax, section 50 interest computations, and in returns chapter, late fee and QRMP scheme. These are the most important areas you need to keep focus. And apart from that, the moderately important ones will be composition scheme, registration, tax invoice, debit note and credit notes, place of supply, TDS and TCS, and accounts and records. And less important areas will be, after reading them, time of supply. Supply is generally important, but it was asked for very good marks in the previous exam. Based on that, supply was kept in the somewhat less focused area, but technically supply is the most important one. And in returns, I told you late fee and QRMP in most important areas. Rest of the areas you can see here, like due dates with respect to GSTR1, GSTR3B, like that, and introduction chapter, that is constitutional aspects in relation to GST, is the important area you need to keep focus. So these are the exam strategy. This is exam strategy we need to follow day before exam. These are the most important, moderate important, and less important areas. Okay. And apart from this, in these particular chapters, guest questions will be provided to mastermind students. So definitely please go through them once. And I think these are the important areas you need to keep focus. So if you hope this particular video is useful to you, please like this particular video of our Masterminds YouTube channel. And along with that, please put your suggestions or any other things you need to add to our videos in the comment section. Definitely we will look into them, and if at all time permits us, we will do that.